Hi there, this is a quick live video from me, Aaron, here in the cult of comics, cult of cinema. Right now, we're in the middle of Amazon Prime Day. It is the second day for Amazon Prime Day, and I will say right now, although I haven't been able to get very much during Amazon Prime, I will tell you that this is probably the best Amazon Prime I've seen for years, especially when it comes to physical media. If you're a television series collector, by the way, this is probably the best time you have ever seen. So right now I have a box that is very important to me, and we'll look at what I got inside of it. This was something that I'd ordered over a year ago. Hey there, William. Always the first. So when I started collecting in the Omnibus format, there were a few like touchstones, goals, musts that I wanted to have. And the first one that I picked up, one of the first ones I picked up was Roger Stern's Spiderman. My mom got it for me for Christmas. And my better half got me Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, which was the start of Romita's era on the character. But there's one that was out of print that I really wanted. And the second that it came back in print, I pre-ordered it immediately. And luckily, because if you pre-order something on Amazon early on, you usually get it for a really good price. So this thing here is cover price is $156.25 Canadian. The prices on Animus have gone up, or $125 in the United States. This, however, for me was, I paid way under $100 for it. And that is incredible. This is an amazingly big book too. I didn't realize how big this one was. But it's one of the ones that I want to read first when we eventually go to Morocco. Lately, when it comes to Marvel, will be announcing something, whether it be a new movie or a new TV show. I get kind of excited. Hey there, Dustin. But I try not to as very often as I can right now, to not read the comment section. Because I find the comment section, anytime there's a new Marvel show announced or anything like that, hey there, Warlock, the comment section is what's the best way to put it? It's an insane amount of vitriol, and I don't like that. It's not fun, and nobody wants to read that. It always baffles me that somebody wants to write that, but that is the thing. Now, often they'll talk about the fact that I was doing things different or whatever. It's anyway. Let's not get into that because I'll get really pissed off. But I picked up today. This here is Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1. It has the Amazing Fantasy cover by Alex Ross, which is actually pretty good. Though the stuff on the cover is kind of comical when it was originally done, because he does say, though the world may mock Peter Parker, the timid teenager, it will soon marvel at the awesome might of Spider-Man. Which, when you think about it, if he was actually saying this, you kind of gave away your identity there, Spider-Man. You really did. So what this has is a complete Stan Lee, Steve Ditko run of Spider-Man. Everything that they did together, which comes down to 101 from issues 1 to issue 38, annual number 1 and 2, and some material from Amazing Spider-Man 15. I've got Amazing Fantasy 15, which of course is for Spider-Man story. Strange Tales annual number 2, and the Fantastic Four annual number 1. This is where all those classic characters came into play. This is where they first started out. So you will get in here your first appearance of Doc Ock, your first appearance of the Vulture, first appearance of the Sandman. You're going to see the first appearance of the Lizard in here. You're going to see characters like the Enforcers, who you're going to wish had more appearances actually. You'll see the first appearance of Kraven the Hunter, Mysterio. I think Chameleon is in the early ones too. I'm trying to remember. So you're going to get the Beetle. You're going to have a ton of first appearances here. You're also going to get Spider-Man: The Final Chapter, which is probably one of the most famous Spider-Man stories from that era that came out. And if you've ever seen it, you'll know it just from the cover, actually, because it has Spider-Man, and I'll see if I can actually show it here. So I think Molten Man's here too. Right there. So there's really no big villain in that issue. What it is the adversity and kind of Spider-Man trying to push forward to survive under extreme circumstances. Basically, you get this internal monologue of Spider-Man trying to figure out if and can he push through and who he has to make it through for. The newer omnibuses have the new spines. Some people find them kind of controversial. If you're here, by the way, hit the like button. It's muchly appreciated. I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I'm doing one just for you guys. I will have next week a 4K unboxing for you guys, so keep an eye out for that. But I love the way this is done here. So they made the text of it smaller. We see the Lee Ditko, but just look at that. So the whole Spider Sense like picture of the half Peter Parker, half Spider-Man face came about basically because there was an issue that had a lot of Peter Parker in it. And he said, well, we really got to talk about the fact that this guy's Spider-Man. And can you like draw like, you know, Spider-Man or something? So what they did, came up with, was this kind of half face. And it became an iconic part of the comic for years to come. So let's open this up here. This will be my first time. Obviously, I'm opening it on camera with you guys. When people collect, especially if people collect Marvel, this is normally something that you see in their collection, whether they have the Marvel Masterworks editions or they got like a different edition, or almost everybody has goes with Spider-Man. So for me right now, what I have to do, because this is a very delicate omnibus while we're here, I'm going to do what's this called, you know, the spine. Now there is a bit of a dent in it. Some people would be really upset with that. Hey there, Alan. But not me. In all honesty, they are doing amazingly well right now. It's coming off, obviously, Warlock. The omnibus sales are bigger because a lot of people were stuck inside. So during this period of time, people started to gain like new hobbies or find things out. I only started collecting these last year. This is my 53rd omnibus. The good thing about these here, these Marvel ones, especially the Silver Age ones. Hey there, Razor, welcome, man. Is that they include the letters pages. And you may think that's a little thing, but that's an amazingly big thing for a lot of people, especially for me, when it comes to this. That's what I want to, definitely what I want to see here. I'm just like stretching at the spine right now, and they have like all the introductions and stuff that they had from the Marvel Masterworks here in the back. Things from Stan Lee. Some very cool Cowboys vs. I don't know, actually. I've never read much Cowboys vs. Aliens. I know it's a movie, but I know it's a comic, but I didn't read it. I don't know if there's enough material for it to make a comic. They actually have some old Marvel bullpens in the back here. So if anybody that's ever collected Marvel comics know that they used to do this kind of Marvel bullpen. So if you buy an omnibus, the first thing you want to do is you want to stretch its spine. So you basically open it up, and you go just a few pages at a time, and you flick it through like this, like, you know, yeah, and just make sure that the spine. There's some great art here. I mean, like, Spider-Man was a character that was good, pretty much made right out of the gate. The whole deal, the character behind Spider-Man, is that he was more of a realistic person. You know, it's a guy in Spider, but still, it's his problems were real problems. He had a sick aunt. He had bills. There were issues. And as it goes on, like in other stuff, there's like you'll see like as it goes to college, you'll get into like protests and drugs, and so you know, anybody ever tells you like you're looking at something, they say, well, Marvel didn't talk about social issues or anything like that. That's bullshit. That's literally the backbone of what Marvel is. The Marvel wouldn't be around if it wasn't for that. Whereas DC was trying to make their heroes more kind of iconic, almost like gods on Earth, right? Marvel tried to make theirs more street level and deal with things that were going on in real people's lives. When the Comics Code told Stan that they couldn't draw a story, they couldn't write a story about a character addicted to heroin, or drugs, basically. Drugs were a big issue at the time, like serious drugs. Kids were dying, PCP, stuff like that. He bucked the Comics Code and said, shag that. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make the story that I want to make. Yeah. You realize what you just said, don't you? Do you know how stupid that is to say on camera? You have a brain surgeon here, guys. Somebody dumb enough to make a death threat on camera in front of everybody. Thank you, Warlock. Just so you guys know, although you saw that one here on camera, that's not the first one that I've had to deal with. It's probably the same person. But have I had my life threatened on camera before, during a live video? Yes, I have. Do I really kind of ever talk about it? Not usually. The way I see it is they were Man-Thing, Moon Knight, Micronauts, Shogun, Warriors, Hollow Rom, Jack Russell, of course, for Worth by Night. Very cool characters. It's such a shame that Rom and the Micronauts can't be you know, they can't do them because of the licensing agreements. So this is the inside. You can see this right here. That's okay, man. I've had it before. Like I've got them before, but the way that I see it is like you have to be a special level of pathetic that that's your go-to. You know, it's at the point where you almost but don't quite pity the guy. Like it's that sad. And this even stupider thing, by the way, I'll tell you this right now, is that last time the guy said something like this, he put his frigging, like, he told me what state he was from. He told me what city he was from. Got a feeling it was. Warlock, you want to take care of it? See, this person, last time around, mentioned the state he was in, told me to come to the state that he was in so he could stomp me to death, basically. The fun of YouTube. Anyway, I don't have a lot of time today because we're donating a lot of stuff. So we've got a bunch of donation boxes to get out today. But this might be my final omnibus while I'm here, at least for a while. But it's a good one, and I'll do once I read it. We'll do a complete review. It's a fantastic little story, and I really enjoy I really enjoy Spiderman. It's one of my favorite characters. It always has been. Yes, you're talking about the Steve Gerber story. Oh no, I thought it was funny, or like. Yeah. Hey, Warlock, you want to take care of that? No one cares. Here, I'll give him what he wants for a couple seconds. Here we go. No one cares. No one. It's fruitless. It's, really, no one cares. The comment was worthless. Thank you. And now live in your head. All right, guys. There we go. So this is Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 1 with the Alex Ross cover. There is an alternate artwork cover. Of course, there's always a different direct market variant, which has the original cover, not the Alex Ross one, but the original drawn artwork as it was with the comic. I got this one because, one, it came from Amazon, and they had it for extremely cheap. Two, I do love the Alex Ross cover. My name is Aaron. Warlock, thank you so much, by the way. And you are 100% correct. I just goaded him on today, I guess. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you soon right here in the Call to Comics, Call to Cinema. Next week, we should have another really cool unboxing to do and answer a question that was asked before, that I asked before in the title of my videos. So see you soon. Have a great day.